High-stakes digital systems require an absolute commitment to a single state. Algorithms across global infrastructure execute these rigid categorizations every second. A hospital's diagnostic tool classifies a tumor as malignant or benign. A bank's security network flags a transaction as fraudulent or legitimate. This is binary classification. It is the process of predicting outcomes existing in exactly two discrete states, represented mathematically as a 0 or a 1. To understand how a machine draws this hard line, we are going to look at a simple dataset. We will track a single input variable, the number of hours a student studies, against a single output variable, whether they pass or fail their final exam. The stakes of an exam demand an algorithm taking a definitive stand between two absolute outcomes. To find that outcome, we first map our data onto a standard two-dimensional Cartesian plane, visualizing the relationship between study hours and exam results. Study hours run across the x-axis. Outcomes are binary, so data plots exactly at 0 or 1. Linear regression draws a straight line through the center, but the math hits a wall. The line dips below 0 on the low end and shoots past 1 on the high end. If the y-axis represents the probability of passing the exam, this model is mathematically impossible. A student cannot have a negative 10% chance of passing, nor can they have a 120% chance. Solving this requires a mathematical transformation capable of taking an infinite linear input and squashing it into a strictly bounded space. Predicting discrete outcomes requires us to abandon the straight line for a completely different geometric shape. The architecture of the model begins with a linear equation, known as the logit. The logit is calculated by multiplying input features by their learned weights, then adding a bias term. We call this raw value z. By itself, z produces continuous, unbounded values that stretch toward infinity, making it incompatible with binary classification. The solution is the standard logistic function, commonly called the sigmoid function. The formula divides 1 by 1 plus Euler's number raised to the negative power of our logit. This structure acts as a mathematical constraint. When we plot the sigmoid formula, the result is a smooth S-curve. A linear z-value starts on the x-axis, travels vertically to strike the yellow curve, then projects horizontally to the y-axis, ensuring the final output always lands between 0 and 1. This mapped output on the y-axis represents the probability of the data point belonging to class 1. The sigmoid function maps infinite linear inputs to a probability space bounded between 0 and 1. We can now return to the study hours dataset to see this calculation in practice. Our model uses pre-calculated parameters, a bias of negative 5.45 and a study hour weight of 1.1. For a student who studied 4.5 hours, we calculate the logit. Plugging 4.5 into the equation yields a z-value of negative 0.5. We use that as the input for the sigmoid transformation, which resolves to a final probability of 0.38. The student has a 38% chance of passing. While valid, the algorithm requires one final step to produce a strict binary classification. To force a definitive choice between passing and failing, we must introduce a strict decision threshold into the system. In basic logistic regression, the standard threshold is set at 0.5, or 50%. We can map this rule directly onto the geometric visualization of our S-curve. We draw a boundary across the midpoint of the y-axis at 0.5, cutting the graph in half. The rule is binary. Any probability greater than 0.5 is class 1, a pass. Below 0.5 is class 0, a fail. Our calculated 0.38 lands in the lower half. The prediction is finalized. The student fails. Satisfied, the decision threshold is the critical mechanism that snaps a fluid, continuous probability into a definitive, unyielding binary reality. Predicting outcomes based on one variable is useful for instruction, but real-world machine learning models handle far more complexity. This scatter plot maps two separate input features on the x and y axes, separating data into orange and blue clusters. The red to blue background gradient represents shifting probabilities. The distinct white diagonal line marks the boundary between clusters. That diagonal line is the 0.5 threshold, scaled up to handle 2 dimensions of data. Rotating the perspective reveals that this top-down view is actually a 3-dimensional sigmoid surface. It is an S-curve stretched into a slope. The two-dimensional decision boundary is simply the line where this 3D probability slope intersects a flat plane sitting at exactly p equals 0.5. No matter how many variables we add, decision boundaries remain geometric intersections dictated by a strict probability threshold. The execution of a logistic regression model follows a sequential three-step architecture. First, the system calculates the logit, a continuous linear value. Second, the logit passes through the sigmoid function, mapping it onto a bounded probability curve. Third, a rigid threshold is applied to that probability to force a binary decision. The name logistic regression reflects this internal engine, which relies entirely on linear regression mechanics. The system functions as a classifier only when the probability passes through the final threshold.